let's dive into this more, that voice, because
With a voice, yeah.
me personally, I've been listening to The Voice a lot more recently, and I feel fucking great. Whereas
There
in
must
the
be
past,
something in that, right?
I've been
Yeah.
trying to force something or trying to create something in my mind that my body's not in alignment with.
Yes.
And I would get sick sometimes, not in alignment. So this is what I mean. People listening, when I say he's one of the wisest men I know,
Jesus,
tell
look
us
out, people.
about The Voice and how you connect with it, how you've come to trust it.
Yeah, so this is the tap on the shoulder. You and I, we've talked about this a lot. I truly believe that when you can get someone to have the experience of the tap on the shoulder, you open up a fucking huge door that only the person can walk through, but it'll lead to God knows what.
How would you describe the tap on the shoulder? Is it a wake up?
It is, but I believe it's a wake up to who you truly are, or what you're truly capable of. That's what I would say. And then sort of internally that happens, and then everything externally happens. So for me personally, I say it's like my intuition, and I hear it. Do I actually hear a voice in my head that says, oh my God, look, you should do this, this, and this? It's like, not really. But there's something that I can't put a name to. So I say it's my intuition.
Yeah.
You know, rather than say, oh, I'm speaking to the universe, or I'm channeling fucking whatever it is, because sometimes people get weirded out about that. I'm like, it's just my intuition. We've all got it. We've all done things that internally it's like, don't do that. And then you do it and it's like, told you not to do that.
So
that's
that's funny. I was on a coaching call last night and I was trying to explain to people, I'm like, yeah, I've got like, I tell them I just breathe, like if I'm stressed I breathe, and then I ask myself, I'm like, what do I do next? Or what's true, what's right? And I was like, and then I'm told. And I'm like, well, I'm not told, like I'm spoken to, I feel it.
Yes.
And I'm like, but there's also words, but not words. I'm like, it's
Yeah.
really hard to explain, you just know.
It's like what's an orange taste like. It's with words. This is where language gets.
It's limited.
Yeah, it's limited. It's complex because it's like the map is not the menu. I mean, you know, the meal is not the menu, or the map is not the territory. Same thing. You don't go to a bloody restaurant and eat the fucking menu. That would be silly. You use the menu to bloody order what you want, and then you eat the food. So this is why language sometimes can get super weird. But what I do want to say is that I truly believe that everyone has it within them. And if you wanted to discover maybe what it would be like, you do a very simple thing. If I said to you, if we play this game for a minute, right? If I said to you that you are always angry, you're always pissed off, you're always a bad person, you're always wrong, and everything that you do is always negative. 9 times out of 10, there's going to be something, I don't know what it is, but there's going to be something that's like, that's not actually true. So you might see, you might hear it, you might feel it, you might hear it, whatever it might be, but there's something within you. There's something within you now that's like, that's not fucking true. But if I said you're always positive, you are always switched on, you're never wrong, you're always right, you're the best thing under the fucking sun, positive, 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 positive. Is there something within you, that same thing, that's like, well, that's not actually true either. So now if we try this, sometimes you're really switched on, sometimes you're not. Sometimes you're a really lovable person, sometimes you're not. Sometimes you are very, very frustrated, sometimes you're very, very focused. What's the internal thing that happens now?
Yeah, it's like
It's like, oh.
that's about right.
Yeah, that's about right. So this is what I mean. It's like checking in with that thing, that inner you. But it's the thing that knows so-called right from wrong. Because in the first one, it's like, that's not right. In the second one, it's like, that's also not right. But in the third one, it's like, that's pretty balanced. Sometimes I am pissed off. I'm the craziest person that I know, right? It's like, sometimes I am pissed off. Sometimes I am very, I wouldn't say the word depressed, but I would say very, what's the word? Invested in thinking, which sometimes can be the fucking worst thing people can do, right? If you don't know how to think. So, sorry, but it's very true.
No. I think that is something we should almost talk about because people think
Let's do
thinking is normal.
Yeah, that's the biggest one that I've found the last 3 years.
People don't know how to think. I'm going to get my team to make that into a quote card.
Yeah, okay.
Luke Pierce.
Good job. But use this. I always use this within, you know, when I say sales, as in someone making a decision, whatever the fuck it is. Someone says, I want to think about it. I always ask them, you know, sort of coach them through it, talk to them. I'm like, hey, thinking is a great thing. But if you don't know how to think, all you're going to do is you're going to fucking go in a massive vortex. What specifically do you want to think about? You know, it's a different way because thinking is a great thing. Water is a great thing, but it will fucking drown you. You know, eating is a great thing, but it will make you very obese. You know, and lack of food will make you very hungry and all that sort of stuff. So everything's got the balance. But it's like when you've got the thinking side of things, thinking is great. But if you don't know how to think, and if you're thinking in a way of negative and this is not going to work out, and I can't do this, and I'm not good enough, and I'm all the story, that's destruction. That ain't going to work. That's not going to help. So yeah, I always find that's a goodie.
Are you to some degree a trainer of thinking?
Huge, yeah, I'd say hugely, yeah. Massively.
Isn't that powerful, people?
But yeah, it really is.
The things because you know, all your actions, your behaviours, the way you feel, everything's based off of your thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe people should probably get a driver's license for their thinking.
People, you've got to get a driver's license, right? You go to school, you've got to do all this sort of stuff, but yeah, and this is why I call NLP, when people say, what is NLP? It's like, imagine having the user manual for your fucking life, for your body, for your mind. Would that be helpful? Hugely. I was never given one. Were you given one?
Nah.
You know, so yeah, I think it's very, very important just for people to understand how they work. They don't have to go on and bloody, you know, do anything crazy. They do whatever they want to do. But I still believe two things, that it's their, you know, God-given right, or their born right to understand how they work to a certain degree. I mean, I'm not saying that I know fucking this means this and this means this. I'm just saying, hey, look, I've got a fair idea of how shit works, and it seems to help other people out. And then the second thing is like, I truly believe that people have too much life to live in order to like suffer, as in do shit that they don't want to do. Yeah, there's pretty much two things that I base a lot everything off, really.